Hello again. Welcome back. Don't these weeks fly by so quickly? It seems like only yesterday or the day before I put my last news video out, and here I am again. I've been invited out by Bob and Caroline for a trip along the river from Wroxham to Coltishall and Horstead, and then we stopped at the Rising Sun for lunch and made our way back to Wroxham. I had the most amazing day. It was really, really hot. Well, I felt it was hot, but I think that might have been the sunburn from the previous day. So I was outside in the cool breeze, but I think the others thought it was a bit chilly at times. We had a magnificent trip, we really did. Goslings, cygnets, ducklings. And this is clearly where all the heron are, because it was just one after the other. So join me on this trip, and when I stop at the Rising Sun for lunch, I'll read the news out to you and tell you what's been happening this last week. And look, there's some dredging happening along here. We are just coming into Belaugh, and there are some amazing properties along here. I always feel when I go past Belaugh, it's like stepping back in time, and I don't mean that to be rude at all. That's a compliment, that it's, untouched, unspoilt, just beautiful, very quaint. Just up here is Belaugh Boatyard, and opposite the boatyard used to be a little black boat called Death and Glory, which was featured in the Coot Club book by Arthur Ransom. It's not there today, but when I made a video previously along here, some research said that the family put the boat, Death and Glory, in various different places around the Broads for the summer, just to see if people recognise it and know, which boat it is. So perhaps that's where it is at the moment. Belaugh Staithe, the sign says that it's owned by the Trafford Estate and let to the Broads Authority. There is the most beautiful bird song all the way along this river today. You may recall from my previous news videos that I've been following the story of Belaugh being named as the hotspot for sewage in the river, and how they've hit back and said it isn't them. The worst place is at Wroxham. I believe I'm right in saying that what I'm about to show you is the Waterworks treatment plant. That's where it all comes out of. With not as many boats being able to get under Wroxham Bridge lately, the wildlife are certainly making the most of the quieter river. This is the location for the actual dredging that's happening along here on the River Bure. It was quite interesting, actually, watching what they were doing, or what he was doing, just one person, I think. We've reached Coltishall now. As Bob and Caroline had never been down to Horstead and seen the lock for the former canal along there, that's what we did. We went down and had a look. We'll come back here though, because this is where we're having lunch at the Rising Sun. We're now just making our way down to Horstead. There's clearly a youth club here for Egyptian geese because they're all gathered here. We're about to pass some cygnets. Just a quick glimpse because I just spotted them at the last second, but don't worry, I'm able to capture their unique cuteness in all its glory on the return journey. With the lock gate straight ahead, this is as far as we can go along here, the end of the navigation. Back to the bundles of fluff, which are just so cute. So, there are a couple of cygnets already on Mum's back. The other ones want to get on as well. As soon as they get level with her, she swishes her tail. She doesn't want them to get on because that will take up a little bit of time. She's trying to get them out of the way of us in the cruiser. She's very clever, really. But of course, the little ones don't understand that and they keep trying to get on her back. I wonder if they are the Wroxham Cygnets that the Broads Authority mention in this post. It's always a sad sight to see a boat partly submerged below the waterline. Once somebody's pride and joy, as I always say. Just a short distance further along, we moor up for lunch. So now's probably a good time to tell you some of this week's news stories. Hippersons Boatyard in Beccles is a TripAdvisor Award winner for 2024 for the fourth consecutive year. A long-running row between a boat owner and the Broads Authority over mooring in a dike at Wayford has ended up in court. Further details about this story can be found, as always, in the write-up for this video. Experts are investigating claims a stretch of the river known as the Bure Hump could be a key factor in widespread flooding on the Norfolk Broads. The Broads Authority, though, dismissed this claim. Broom Owners Club marks 20 years with a river pageant on the Maybank holiday weekend. More than 40 boats will set sail from south of Tingdean Marina in Brundall up to the ferry house at Surlingham before returning. The river pageant will take place over 2 days from May the 25th. I will be there filming it for them. You may remember I filmed their Platinum Jubilee flotilla along the River Bure a couple of years ago. Norfolk Broads property, Cowthorpe House, is up for auction with a guide price of £675,000. It is located in Ingham, beside Cowthorpe Broad Nature Reserve. Passengers and crew were left stranded on the River Bure when the boat ran aground and got stuck in the mud. The Coast Guard and RNLI lifeboat attended the scene. A Reedham man finds his garden gate blocked by a mystery fence. For years, he has used his garden gate as a shortcut to reach a footpath that runs behind his property. Last week, he discovered his entrance blocked. The link to this story is in the write-up that goes with this video. In the week, there was a severe geomagnetic storm, the strongest since 2005. This resulted in virtually all of the UK being able to see the Aurora. I decided to go to Walcott to photograph it. Here is my effort. It's not like some people's. The Haven Bridge blockade is costing firms millions of pounds. Peel Ports, the operators of Haven Bridge in Great Yarmouth, are refusing to allow the bridge to open to allow boats to pass. Norfolk County Council, who own the bridge, have been in talks with Peel Ports about resolving this issue, but so far nothing has been resolved. Last week, I had a very kind invitation from Wherry Yacht Charter to go sailing with them. We had glorious weather for White Moth to take us sailing across Wroxham Broad. To watch the full video, the link is in the write-up that goes with this video. If you think you'd like to go sailing with them, do pay them a visit. They will take great care of you and give you the most wonderful day. It really is spectacular. We have just had the most wonderful lunch at the Rising Sun in Coltishall, and we have now begun to make our return journey back to Wroxham. It's quite tricky filming from a moving boat. All good practice though. As you can see, we are the only cruiser along this stretch of the river, all the way up to Wroxham, down to Horstead. The only cruiser. How amazing is that? After being in glorious sunshine for most of the day, it's just started to cloud over a little bit. The sound of the water against the boat as we glide across the river is just so soothing and calming. Lovely sound, and then with the bird song as well. I believe this would have been the route up to Little Switzerland, which no longer is used today. Absolutely beautiful reflections along this piece. All the way along, in fact. The ducklings blended in so well to their surroundings that I almost missed them. It's not until I'm watching my footage back that I realise, well, we did actually pass a yacht, but it's not a cruiser as such, is it? Geese have decided to land right in front of us. It's like somebody is having a siesta. On the return journey, I was lucky enough to see 3 kingfishers, but sadly, unlucky that I wasn't able to film them. They're so fast. So while Bob and Caroline are on the boat, Gillian, their other daughter, and Sue, Bob's wife, are back at home. I've been out with them before, as I've said, and there's always something waiting to greet me. One year there was this magnificent flag at the back of the cruiser waiting for me to arrive. Or like this time, there was the boat symbol on a poster in the window of the cruiser. It's so funny, it really is. And I think it was perhaps Bob who put those boat posters, stuck them to the mooring posts at Ludden Bridge, and I just turned up and there they were. They are such lovely people, they really are. Bob has just recently had a birthday. So could I ask you all to do me a huge favour? could you all please go to the comments and wish him a very happy birthday? I'm sure that would make his day if you did, as they make my day when they invite me out on trips with them. Can't believe we had the whole river to ourselves. I mean, that was just amazing, wasn't it? Thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Feel free to share any of my videos should you wish to do so. And if you'd like to be notified when I upload my next video, then hit the subscribe button and that's what you will get, a notification. And just like that, we're back at the start. After being out all day, how can the footage all fit into about a 15-minute video? It's amazing really that it does. Thank you all for watching and for listening to the news. I'll be back again next Friday with the next instalment for you. Take care. Bye for now.